I was watching PewDiePie's latest Japan vlog earlier today and thinking to myself, we had a good thing going. What happened? I made a video a few weeks ago where I highlighted one of MrBeast's earlier videos where he bullied children before realizing, hold on, this is where the money's at. Sir, please leave this daycare. In that video, I gave my thoughts on how I'm not a fan of Jimmy's content and what he's doing for YouTube as a culture. And at the time, I felt like that was a hot take that, if I had reached more than 100-something people, could have landed me in some equally hot water. That was before the whistleblower started making his own videos, and now I feel vindicated. That's right, Jimmy's allegedly a terrible person who's done terrible things on camera and allegedly off camera too. Jimmy Donaldson, go make a jail video, but for real this time. Like forever in jail, or maybe like 15 years with a chance of parole. Setting aside most of the stuff from Content Cop at home, I'm doubling down on the claims that MrBeast makes soulless garbage videos and he's a money and number hungry gremlin who forgot how to have fun, have a personality, and who will sell his soul with little to no regard for the implications of his actions or inactions. At best, in the absolute best case scenario, Jimmy is blinded by his monstrously insatiable amount of goodwill to a point where his judgment and moral compass have been obscured. Maybe he thought he really needed that one guy in particular because maybe he had something like a PhD in marketing and a minor. This whole situation, well, first of all, the MrBeast situation is insane, but it should also be a cautionary tale about how people need to stop starting f***ing companies after they reach 1 million subscribers. We need to stop letting these charismatic college dropouts start their own large corporations. If I ever make it big and rent out some office space and hire some employees, just take this gun. Keep it with you. I'm sure you get what I'm trying to say. The main thing I want to do today is take a look at MrBeast's old videos to see if he should have stuck closer to his humble beginnings instead of flying too close to the sun. Before the illegal lotteries, before the philanthropy with ulterior motives, before Chandler, maybe. Was he with Jimmy the whole time? I don't know. Let's find out. Hidden within every person are two wolves. Dora the Explorer and Diego the Explorer. One thing about MrBeast that's very apparent is that he's very particular. He loves to hyperanalyze every aspect of his videos to maximize views because he's a crazy man. When YouTube introduced that new A/B testing thing for YouTube thumbnails and he found out that thumbnails with his teeth showing get a fraction of a fraction more views, or vice versa, I don't care to double check, he had most of his thumbnails altered, or so I've heard. Why settle for the top when you can reach the top? Anyway, his old thumbnails look like garbage. I shouldn't be too hard on him because my old thumbnails aren't lighting the world on fire either. Graphic design is a learned skill, and I just think it's funny that Jimmy kept these videos up on the same channel where he ate expensive pizza. This thumbnail is like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, as in it makes you die. And this thumbnail is like Willy Wonka's AI chocolate factory because it looked like garbage. The video itself is this boring one-trick pony where Jimmy throws a ping pong ball around and then he surgically inserts the same clip of the ball falling into the cup, and then he does it 10 more times and it's a minute long and it has 85,000 views. Okay, where's my screaming pillow? If Jimmy dies and goes to hell, the only noise he'll hear on repeat for eternity will be some key highlights and things I noticed in regards to Jimmy's humble beginnings include that he lifts bro. He used the exact same umbrella light that I use when I make videos with my face in them, which is a very scary realization. Like, I'm not kidding, dude. If it's too late for me at this point and I eventually even consider putting that open for hire banner on my LinkedIn, you know what to do with that gun. And Jimmy's a bit of a messy Marvin, as you can see by the crumpled paper and the diarrhea on the floor. My favorite part is when Jimmy MrBeast does this really cool thing and takes the last 15 seconds to shout out a guy that he probably stole the video idea from and who I didn't bother to research because I don't know how to spell the name.
I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Vagabond.
Vangabus? This video is ultimately harmless, so it's way better than some of his other stuff, but it's still probably an F+, and I don't do F+, but one thing I do is round down. For anyone who still believes that MrBeast is making these videos for the sole purpose of his philanthropy as this second coming of Mother Teresa, I'd like to direct your attention to the fact that he's had this weird fascination with money for years, even before he had the money to spend to make more money, that he could spend to make even more money, that he could spend to make an even bigger amount of more money. I'd be lying if I said I was never curious about the net worths of people like Tom Cruise and Margaret Thatcher and Clifford the Big Red Dog, as I'm sure we all all are. And I've also daydreamt about what it would be like to have $1 million and not just one, but 2 full shelves of video games like one of those video game reviewers. But at least for me, that was a phase. Eventually I learned that a living wage, an inner circle of close friends, and 1/3 of a small Blu-ray movie shelf are good enough for little old me. Along with my YouTube channel, wherein which the only bad thing I ever did was spend over $100 on Ryan's World merch for a long-running joke, which I'm sure fueled the metaphorical hamster wheel that kid still runs on today to make his parents and corporate higher-ups more money. Womp womp, at least I didn't hire a pet. If I had to guess as an armchair gamer therapist, MrBeast likes money, he likes numbers, his brain is melted, he only thinks in numbers, he lives a sad life, his smiles are hollow smiles. I mean, I wouldn't be too jazzed either if I had to collab with Rock Johnson. That guy seems like an ass. Anyway, I hate to break it to all of you MrBeast apologists out there, but your king here, he used to be a Call of Duty commentary. Lamau. Remember kids, even if you make dog water videos of unedited 480p Fortnite footage, you too can eventually climb the ranks and become the next person to collab with Logan freaking Paul.
What's up, guys?
The ceiling.
Earlier this year I did a video.
Nasally little boy Jimmy here goes on a long 4-minute ramble about how 1 million views equates to around $1,000, and since PewDiePie got around 7 million views a day on average at the time, and considering other factors like premium ads and CPM, Felix earned around $13,000 to $14,000 a day based on his calculations. Again, 4 minutes to get to that answer. It's a good thing MrBeast eventually figured out how to script his videos. Among all of the ums and but-uhs, he gives some insights about how a lot of people use ad blockers or have old phones that don't run ads on the YouTube app, and like, I guess somebody might have got some use out of that information.
Download ad blockers, not that hard.
He also made a point about how PewDiePie wasn't doing YouTube entirely for the money and how commendable that is.
PewDiePie's a great guy, and obviously we all know he didn't start his channel with money in mind, because if you watch his older videos, you can tell he enjoys making videos and he does it for fun.
I just think that's ironic. I just think that's ironic, you know? All things considered. No matter what I have to say about what MrBeast 6000 has to say in this video, it is a video. There's a visual element at play here too, and I'm not gonna lie, the Call of Duty gameplay is pretty MLG, so I'm letting him off with a passing grade. I'm feeling generous today.
Some came in the mail today.
At this point in the MrBeast timeline, there have been at least 3 pivotal career checkpoints. There's this first period featuring his Call of Duty commentary videos, as well as gameplay videos for things like Pokemon online battles and Minecraft, because every single YouTube legend starts out making Minecraft videos. Let us not forget that time in 2010 when T-Series gave it a try. And nowadays we have the maximalist, artificial, candy-colored, allegedly blindingly bright and smelly bullshit that MrBeast and company are spewing out. And only time will tell if we see a 4th era of post-Ava Chris Tyson, post-Dogpack, and post-Beast Games MrBeast, though my guess is that barely anything, if anything, will change. Womp womp. But to get from point 1 to point 3... Ah, damn, of all the times for me to forget how to count. MrBeast took the best of both eras and combined the lazy content of Chapter 1 with the SEO clickbait movie magic of Chapter 3. But like magic with a J? This is the era where he cyberbullied children in their YouTube intros, so you can add that to the list of reasons he shouldn't make kids content, as well as those endurance challenges where he counted up to a really large number and everybody watched the first 2 minutes, skipped to the last 2 minutes and said, huh, that guy's got moxie. MrBeast, a ton of fun! He was also one to chase the trends, like a light source to a moth. In 2017, fidget spinners were the hot new gadget if you were too poor and ADHD for a Switch. And with the viral trend of fidget spinners came the viral trend of fidget sprinter trick shots and even mutilation? Oh no! But alas, that was nothing more than a ruse, a dirty, dirty trick crafted by these deceitful YouTube con artists who probably didn't get hugged by their moms enough. And MrBeast was the stoic hero on the mountaintop, ready to face them all. So he Trojan horsed his way into the trend by clickbaiting his thumbnail and title, getting away with it, and becoming one of the most successful fidget spinners on the planet and the world. Everybody commended MrBeast for keeping it real and refraining from annoying clickbait, but this thumbnail tells you one thing and the video tells you another, even if neither of these images are faked. I don't know. I feel like that's clickbait. I don't know. And that last part might not even be true. Now that it's abundantly clear that MrBeast fakes his videos nowadays, I'm not so confident anymore that that he didn't fake any of his older videos. I don't see a cut on his face in this frame, and the blood streak looks like it could have come from a single drop of fake blood. Jimmy also makes the point to say, oh no, I'm out of bandages. Oh, woe is me.
I don't have a Band-Aid, so I'm gonna have to run to the store and buy a Band-Aid.
You know, it's almost like he's just justifying why he didn't treat the wound and giving himself an excuse to show it off on camera in several thumbnail-friendly angles, but that kind of thinking is probably getting me close to some kind of Bermuda Triangle, the Joker in real-life conspiracy headspace, so I'm gonna go take a nap. The video as a whole is a nothing burger. Oh, this guy hit his tongue and it got sliced. Let's try it. Oh, okay, tongue is still fine. Oh, this guy hit his neck and then that got sliced. Let's try it out. Oh, never mind. My neck is fine also. Like, comment, subscribe for a cookie. Let's see if this thing can cut my big, fat, smile. Don't tell Jimmy's girlfriend about this video, or it'll give her a reason to up and marry the guy. Ayo! What a catch. And then he fricks off into the woods and breaks stuff and throws it around, and I'm not convinced that he didn't leave it all there. This video kind of spelled something out for me that I didn't really realize or understand 100%. Mr. Beast has no personality, at least just from the few videos I've seen of his. Maybe he's a real go-getter on the gaming channels and the reaction channel, but I wouldn't know. Gaming's for children, and I'm 57. Based on what I've seen and based on the general vibe I'm picking up on, Jimmy just seems like a shell of a young man who only knows how to spend money to make money and also make uncanny smiles for the thumbnail camera. Like, what's the main appeal of Jimmy as an entertainer? What about the person separated by his stunts gets people to watch? Do people enjoy how he's just a down-to-earth, boring guy? Maybe people like boring, but that can't be true though. Mr. Beast is helping kids all over the world develop ADHD with his quick-cut editing. He uses crazy spectacle, manipulative tactics, and his Scrooge McDuck pile of money, as evidenced by his dumbass gift card giveaways, to hide the fact that he doesn't have a personality. He can't make or sell edible food products, and he can't differentiate the difference between the Squid Games reality show and the real Squid Games show. I mean the original Squid Games, you know what I mean. And just the fact that he micromanages his videos to a degree where he bends to the will of algorithms and does stuff like adopt that dumbass YouTube voice to attract the widest audience possible sounds fucking miserable to me. But that's just a theory, Mr. Graham's theory. Please go back to Battle Pirates. I unsubbed after you stopped playing Battle Pirates.